Welcome back, folks, to the Kerbal Space Program Let's Play. And when we last left off, I managed to blunder around in space and get one Kerbal into orbit and back without killing him. Isn't that extraordinary? What are we going to do today? We're going to get a satellite into orbit around Kerbin. But Kikoskia, I hear you say, you've picked the command pod that allows somebody to control it and be inside. That's absolutely right. I'm going to make a generic taker-offerer, commonly known as a rocket, that will allow me to attach any satellite onto the top and just fly straight into orbit to put a satellite there as I need it. So, we're going to be using one of those decouplers, a very small decoupler, this one. Why? Because we require things in the utility section. Namely, this ionic propulsion engine that uses electric current and xenon gas. We need some xenon gas for that. We also require this tiny little thing here, which is more than likely going to be the main part of our satellite. For science, we require a communications array, so that this satellite has a purpose. A centered communications array, please. Thank you. No, it's not centered. That's centered. Excellent. It may look like a yellow little blob, but it's a communications array. I will show you how communication array it is when we stick solar panels on it. Those are big panels. Oh, by the way, that's a generator that just provides power. That's all it does. It spins and provides power. Natural decay of plutonium-238. It's always active. Yeah, we don't want one of those. We want something with the capability to generate power forever from the sun. That is how you always want it to be. So we need a battery now. One tiny little battery. 2 batteries, maybe. We probably don't need 2. We probably just need 1. Let's not be wasteful here. We probably just need 1 battery. We can stick something else at Cilion, like a light. Yep, a massive light on it. Ah, that is a bit silly, isn't it? No, it's not. So, that is a satellite, technically. It's a satellite launcher Mark 1. Let us see how it goes! Yes, I know we haven't actually stuck an engine on it. I'm just checking, hey Jeb, to see how the actual thing goes. So if we retract the panels, they are long. And then we can open up the communications array and turn the light on. The light is... yeah, the light has no purpose. So that works, and as you can see, it's slowly consuming power, but these things will generate power for us. So that's good. We don't need the light. We don't need the lights. What we could do, though, is a extremely cheap solar panel. There's one that doesn't require unfolding. It's this one. Why would I want one of these? Because sometimes you will run out of energy, and this will at the very least provide you with some power. So, now that we actually have this, we need to get it up into orbit, don't we? Oh, we do. And we can't do what we were doing before, which was have a parachute on the nose, because we have something stuck on the nose. However, there are radial mounted ones that we are going to use. Like that. There you are. We want this as a separate point. Right there. So we want that as a separate point. So, parachute, launch that. Engine. Yes, there is an engine on there, but that's also going to be a separate point, and we're not going to activate it there. So, what do we need now? Well, we remember from last time we need a decoupler, and we need a few more things this time. I think we need to get a set of RCS fuel in case we need to adjust our trajectory. I think we also need a battery, just in case. We also need an SAS module. You see, we're already stacking up the weight, and we haven't even got anywhere yet. And we actually need a rocket. The rocket part we can sort, so that's okay. I get the feeling what I want to do now is get one of these engines. Stick it on a corner like that. Absolutely flawless, that. Nothing could possibly go wrong with it. Brilliant. But we still don't have very much power here. In fact, we have barely any power at all. And our stages are getting all kinds of messed up. It's okay. We've got it sorted, though. Now, next step. I think we need a separator. This thing's probably not going into orbit, but if it is, let's add a few things just in case. You need to add some solar panels. Just in case we ever need to generate electricity in this thing. I think we need some lights, just in case we ever need to see in space. Seeing in space is important. There's not much else we need on there, so that's okay. We do, however, need a decoupler. We need 4 of these. We need them here. Which means they're going to have to move to there, so as not to obstruct the decouplers. Excellent. The decouplers are going to have some RCS fuel. We need if we're going to have RCS, which will help us control, we actually need some RCS boosters, don't we? There we go. Right, now we can have some rocket fuel. There we go. Nice powerful boosters on the bottom. Excellent. But this is not going to get us into orbit. Oh no, this is not going to get us anywhere near orbit. So what do we need? We need a lot more power. Remember that one that we had before? The Proto Mark 0? Remember how that was roughly built? I'm going to show you guys. Solid boosters and then... Solid boosters. Solid boosters might work. Just musing in my head. But to do that, we'll need a separator. Which is right here. And then, I think we don't just want... I think we also want an engine too. A really big, big engine. That. Our stages are all over the place. As you can see, our stages are all over the place. Messed up royally. Put that there, so that launches, that launches. These all don't launch, it's just these ones. Then they break off. Like that. No, they break off. Come on, steps. Not the band. Nobody likes the band. Then it's these rockets. Then that breaks off. That breaks off, then that breaks off. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. Now, we need more decouplers. We need a lot more decouplers, because we don't have enough structural integrity for a start. We need some space tape to solve that. Isn't it exciting? We're going to go to the... Oh, I grabbed this and I didn't mean to. We're going to go into orbit and leave something there. We're like the equivalent of extremely unattentive parents of the planet. Just dumping stuff there and you're going, oh, it's alright, some other species will pick it up. Except there are no other species. Dun dun dun! Silliness aside. That is a poor idea, as it will stop any Kerbals from actually getting out of the ship. Now, back to structural decouplers. We don't want 4, we want 8. We want 8 that are 2 away from each other. Why? Because we want solid boosters! Haven't given up on solid boosters. Oh no. Seem we do not actually physically have enough space to put solid boosters on here. That can't be. What madness is this? That we do not have room for solid state boosters. That's cutting it a bit close there, isn't it? That's cutting it very close. This could end very badly, people. But who's counting? Don't count, please. That would be very, very awkward if this thing explodes. I'm just kidding. If it explodes violently, everyone will be happy, I'm sure. So we just need a few couplers to make sure that this thing... very close to each other. There is going to be a very violent explosion in about 30 seconds. I guarantee that to you. Otherwise, I think this is perfect. Okay, just checking everything. Watch this go fantastically well. Watch it collapse in on itself before we've even launched. It's night. Jebediah, how you doing? Remember that launch we just... Hey, it's not exploded. I think we need some SAS on. Throttle up to max and go! It did not blow up. Whoa! That is surprising. I was not expecting it to not explode. Jeb's just so thrilled. Probably that he isn't dead. Now we have a lot more stuff on the top here, which is stopping this from going as fast as it did before. However, it's still going pretty high up. We're just going straight up. There's going to be no advanced fancy schmancy manoeuvring at this point. Not with solid fuel boosters. You just give up on that. That's not happening. But when the solid fuel boosters break, off will be the first test as to if this thing is any good. Oh. They should have broken off as well, but they're practically weightless, so it's okay. We are failing to launch this up, though. I'm noticing we aren't getting much thrust. Or any thrust. Yeah, this is, going to start yes, this is going to start decelerating pretty soon. In fact, it's decelerating already. Well, forget it then. We don't need it. We don't need it at all. All we need is power! And this probably isn't going to get into space either. But, you know, it might. Personally, I think we should fire these rockets first. And then the longer rocket later. That might... Oh, stop the phone. Look at that. That's already working. Clumsy design, perhaps. But look at the thrust we're getting there. 50, 52, 53. These are the powerful rockets. I think I need to save the other one for the next step. But we might do it on this one. Stop. Yes, I know pressing X reduces it, but force of habit there. Okay. That is orbit, technically. It's a very narrow orbit, though. And I debate if this fuel tank has enough power to get us into an actual orbit. We're going to find out, aren't we? 2 minutes. Are we in space? We are in space. Oh. Okay. Turn the SAS off. So we're going to reach that pretty soon. Need to expand this orbit pretty. Okay. They're gone. Next step. This is not going to cut it. Look at that. It's not going to cut it at all. It's just going to crash. Crash and burn. Okay. That's not going to do it. Yeah, it's not going to do it. The way we did that there was wrong, people! And it doesn't even deserve watching the thing go down because it's not going to work. What we need to do is actually, we need to fire these off first. We need to fire all these decouplers, and then fire off these 4 engines. And then fire off those 4, and then do that. And then decouple that, and then fire that. That's probably going to do much better. And we won't have wasted all of that fuel there, too. Actually, no, I have a... No, this should be okay. No, I want to try something. There's a nuclear engine that is really... It doesn't have a lot of thrust. Then again, this engine doesn't have a lot of thrust either. However, it's really good in space. what I'm thinking is we can... There. We can use the nuclear engine. We got to give it a try in the end, haven't we? Got to give everything. Everything gets one try. Or when you're trying to rescue people from the mud, multiple tries. Jebediah's back. Jebediah never blew up. Jeb's fine. Go. Do I detect a balance issue? Yes, I think adding that other engine posed a slight issue with balance, didn't it?